This happened roughly about 7 months ago when I was still working as a cashier in a liquor store. I'm a male, 22 years old. I'm skinny and on the short side, so no one's gonna mistake me for John Cena. My old job was located in a metropolitan region, and even though the store itself was located in a fairly safe neighborhood, the walk to the bus station after work was a different story. Every night, I had to pass through a sketchy area to take the bus home. This one night, we closed the store an hour later than usual because the owner had some personal business to take care of and the asshole was late. Since he was late, I asked the assface if I could get a ride to the bus station, and he says, "Grow some balls, Thomas," and drives off in his shiny Lexus. The bus station's 8 blocks away, and I'm halfway there when I see someone standing in the middle of the sidewalk. I freak out a little because this is pretty much the worst part of the walk. I turn to cross the street when the person turns around, and it's an old woman. Before I take another step, the woman says, "Can you help me, please?" I feel relieved that it's not some psycho, and I ask the lady, "What can I do for you?" "My husband hurt his knee, and he can barely walk," she says. "He's in the van waiting for me, and if you can help me carry him up to our apartment, you'll be doing me a huge favor." "I can call an ambulance for you if it's hurt that badly," I tell her. "No, that won't be necessary. He's old and clumsy. This is not the first time he hurt himself. He'll be fine after a few days' rest," the old woman responds. She tells me to follow her, and she leads me to an alleyway that's basically the rear side of some commercial buildings. It's wider than regular alleyways, and there are a bunch of commercial garbage bins there. During daytime, businesses use that alleyway to park their car, and you randomly see people there, but it's definitely a sketchy place even when the sun is up. So I follow this old lady, and I notice something odd about her walk. At first, she walked like an old woman, but as we get closer to her van, she's walking faster and she no longer has that limp that many old people have. I'm nervous, and even though I'm telling myself to turn around and run, my body's still following this woman who I never met before. We are now standing right behind the rear door of her van, and I'm thinking I'm fucked. "Kevin!" the old hag yells, and 2 white men get out of the van. One is fat, the other skinny. The fat one has a shotgun, and the skinny one has a rifle in his hand, but he points it at me. "Get on the ground, petty boy," the fat one threatens with a calm demeanor. "I don't have a lot of money, but I can give you $100 in cash, my iPhone, and this ring. That's all I got," I whimper to the fat one. "We were gonna take all your shit anyways, but we're taking you too, boy," says the fat one. The skinny one opens the rear door of the van, and what I see inside lets me know that the best case scenario for me is that these assholes give me a quick death. There's another skinny white kid that reminds me of me, actually. He's tied up and his mouth is taped shut with duct tape. These fuckers look desperate for a kill. I could clearly see the kid in the van is missing part of his scalp, sliced with something sharp, probably a knife, and 2 of the fingers on his left hand are short and too bloody to say that he was born that way. The fatty and the skinny grab each of my arm and start to drag me towards the van. I struggle with all my strength, but my 135 lightweight body can't put up much of a fight. I'm about to be pushed in when I see 3 men in hoodies and masks. "Yo, drop your fucking guns," says one of them, and another one quickly follows. "Yo, I thought you said it was a fucking delivery van. What the fuck is these fuckers doing with these guns and these white boys?" "Just keep pointing that fucking gun and shut the fuck up," says the first one that spoke. Now fatty, skinny, old hag, and me are all on the ground. "Mister, these sick fuckers were gonna take me to do some sick shit. Take me with you and I can give you a lot more money than I have with me right now," I plead to our robbers. I never thought there would come a day when I would be so happy to be robbed at a gunpoint. "Yo, shut the fuck up, little shit, before I blow your brains out," threatens one of them. But another disagrees. Yo, take this motherfucker and let's roll with more dough. Yo, little bitch, you got a bank card? Asked the man. Yeah, I can withdraw 600 bucks. That's the limit for one day. Alright, let's roll, says the one that acts like their leader. Yo, E, you done searching this shitty ass van? The third robber answers, they ain't got shit, cuz, just some shitty knife and garbage. Alright, pick up the guns and get the little shit. Let's go, says the leader. Please, take that other kid with us too. I'll give you my iPhone, my ring, and my Zippo letter. I say because in good conscience, I could never leave him with our original kidnappers. Thankfully, they take the other boy too, but regrettably, I don't have enough leverage to make them shoot the fuckers. Our robbers take the key for the van and guns from our kidnappers and we leave the area. Once we get far enough from the van, one of them takes me to the ATM and I withdraw 600 bucks as promised. He takes me back to where the other kid is and I give them everything else that was promised. Someone was looking out for me that night, and our robbers, be saviors, leave us after I even gave them my jacket. I untie the boy's hand and we run straight to the nearest police station. When we arrive at the station, the cops called for an ambulance and the boy was taken away. That was the last time I saw him. At the station, I answered every question that was asked, and later that night, my roommate came to the station to pick me up. It's been 7 months since the incident, and the case has gone cold. I quit my cashier job the next day, and I've since moved back to my hometown. Even though I'm a grown man, I'm scared of dark places, and I no longer enjoy being around people. A psychiatrist might help in this situation, but I don't have the money to afford one, so I'm basically on my own. I can't stop thinking about those fuckers. They're still out there, and I know they're still preying on young white boys like me. I don't think I can ever go back to being my old self again.
Don't want to be afraid, hard not to hesitate, but we can't wait to be the change. It's not too late, free from hate. Think of the future that we could create. Face the facts today, there's a better way. Take one step back and say there's a better